Be careful about the end time. Why? Because many false prophets and false teachers will arise. And then Paul said to Timothy, because of their bad doctrine, many people would deviate from the truth. It's very easy for us to identify a fake prophet, but it is not easy for us to identify a fake teacher. The reason is that most of the time, teachers are people who hides. Look, Jesus died, and on the cross he said it is finished. And as long as Jesus came to pay the price, whoa, you are not supposed to suffer. Is it true? So what to be that? And not by the doctrine the false teachers are giving us. Many of us in our churches, we have come to believe that it is not good to serve God and go through the challenges of life. Why? Because they keep telling us that by the blood and the pain Jesus went through, you are not supposed to experience pain. And so, I'm not yourself. Anytime you go through the challenges of life, or anytime something bad goes on in your life, then it means that the devil is at work. But can I say this? Some of you are praying prayer that God is not even hearing. Why? Because many of the challenges you are going through, it is God who is doing that. He's only doing that to build your capacity so that you can be a better person. Can I say this? When God is at work, no man of God can do something. But if it is the devil, then it means that your prayer must not be in vain. And the reason why many of you, your prayer is not working is because it is God who is at work. Whenever a miracle delays, the devil is at work. But I came to tell you that God can delay you for his purpose and his will in your life. Now, when you read the book of Timothy, one time Paul wrote to Timothy and said, Timothy, you are a good soldier of Christ, endure hardship. One problem with you is this: you can't endure hardship. Anytime something goes bad, the devil is at work. And it is either you fast and pray. But the problem with the church is this. Everybody watch. Whenever something go wrong as a child of God, you must go to God and inquire. It should tell you that your prayer cannot be in vain. But if it is God and he is not ready to move, no prayer can save you. Now, from the day Paul started his journey as a Christian, he went through a lot of persecution. When you come to serve God, you must go through challenges. And the reason why some of you are crying is because what you are going through, you think God has disappointed you, God has abandoned you, God is not with you. But I came to tell you that whatever Jesus went through, you must get ready. So therefore, if you are praying, don't pray that God must solve your problem. You must pray for strength to endure. Why? Because whether you like it or not, you will go through the challenges of life. Hebrews chapter 12. Verse 2. In the days of Jesus on earth, Jesus knew that there is something better ahead of him. And the only way for him to be able to achieve that which is ahead of him was for him to endure the cross, endure the pain. Some of you, your cross is that doors are never opening for you. Some of you, your cross is your laziness. Some of you, your cross is your fornication, your lust. Your masturbation is your cross. The joy set before me is kweku. Me starting my jumano, me yes signs and wonders, me yeah miracles. But me buy and meaning say I need to come and die so that people will be safe. Everybody watch. So as a Christian, me starting my life is flexible. And I say not true. O start here bibi akoye o say me be so nya media. And you mako suddenly akwabi shobon wa disappoint you. Or disappoint you, you don't need to give up. Why? Because there is a joy set ahead of you. In other words, the pain I am going through today cannot destroy my faith. Why? Because there is something I need to achieve. I want to get to Kweku. So the things Jari disappointments. And your man koye my back. What? Nyame tiase. Nyame otiase. I am looking at the altar and the finisher of my faith. Yet nothing is happening. I want to go to America. I have applied for a visa. Hey. Akwabi so be me 100 million. Me nyabre, me friend was ochina. Me kwa rade, me kwa my favor. Rade me kwa manye. Pastor Daniel, yes. Pastor me kwa so bompa ni nyame ya. Mema obibisio. La kadi magada vagada. Pa! Ko adwoa ebeye na adwoa ko ya. No, as I am preaching, some of you, That has been your life. Anytime you pray and you want to move, something brings you back. And you think the devil is at work. But I came to tell you, there is a joy set ahead of you that you don't need to give up. It doesn't matter the disappointment you are going through. You must not. Is that how you clap? Don't give up. Don't give. So as I am speaking now, there are many of you in our churches, not only here, in the Christendom. Many people go to church on Sunday, but in their heart, they have backslided. But the truth is that there is a joy set ahead of you. And God, listen, God, He knows the end from the beginning. So when God is looking at your end, you are looking at your now. So the problem you have is that whenever you go through the challenges of life, you look at now when God looks into the future. Can I say this? Whatever you go through is temporary. It is not permanent. Endure the hardship as a good soldier and look at the joy ahead of you. Why? Because there is something better ahead of you than the now you are looking at. Your life must not be defined by the now. Your life must be defined by the future. Whenever God blesses you at a point, God will look at you and say, no, I want to take my daughter, my son to the next level. And the only way I can take him or her to the next level is for him to meet a challenge. And until he overcomes, no promotion. The reason why you are stuck is because you have not been able to pass the first exams. And until you pass, you can't go to second term. And that is why you need to be strong in the grace of God. If God is not ready to bless you, unless it is given from above, a man can do nothing. Watch me. And then Jesus met the cross. When he met the cross, watch me. Jesus looked at the cross, looked at his beginning, and then looked at the joy. On his days on earth, he was eating like you were eating. He used to dress like you dress. He had many friends. I think about 12 friends around him. The disciples watch. Then Jesus met the cross, went to Gethsemane, prayed and said, God, it is not my will. I wish it is my will. For my will, don't let this cup be fulfilled. But for your will, do what you want. Then God said, what I want is this. There is something ahead of you better than what you have experienced within 3.5 years. Now, within 3.5 years, you were on earth. But there is coming a time, I want to live with you in heaven. And the only way you can make it to heaven, the only way you can make it to the next level is to endure the pain and the cross. And until you are able to die, resurrect on the third day, the joy set ahead of you, you can't enjoy. In other words, there are many of you, you want to only enjoy the in-between, but you don't want to enjoy the end. But a man is described by the end, not how he started. The truth is this, the moment you become born again, there are trials and tests you must pass. For the joy that was set before Jesus, he endured the cross. So the moment you hear the word endure, something comes in mind. Number 1, pain. Number 2, hardship. Number 3, suffering. And then number 4, sorrows. Most of us after prayer, oh sorry, posse God. My boy, yes, I'm training. Who you nyame? What's your bonfire? Is it true? And then the surprise thing is that after the prayer, disappointment comes in. God is trying to give you a sign. You see, don't shift all the things that happen negatively to the devil and say he is at work. God is at work in you more than the devil. Why? Because you are of God, little children, and you have overcome the world. Greater is he that lives in you than he that is in the world. Listen to me. God lives in you than the devil. And if God does not permit the devil to be at work in you, the devil cannot. Why? Because your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Number 1, in the days of Jesus, he was betrayed by his disciples. Now, what's he say? Now we are Juma. Now we need 12 disciples in the name. They are the only friends you have. They are the only brothers you have. And then they disappoint. Look at the pain Jesus will go through. But he endured. It tells you that in my days, if I was disappointed in your day, anybody can disappoint you. And when they disappoint you, don't kill yourself. Why? Because it is in the plan of God. He was betrayed by his own close friend, Judas. He carried the burden of the sins of the world. Yet he didn't give up. Why? Because of the joy that was set before him. His disciples disappointed and rejected him, but he endured the sorrow, the pain, because of the joy that was set ahead of him. He was falsely accused and rejected by the Jewish leaders. Why? Because they didn't like his ministry. Yet he endured because of the joy set ahead of him. His body was pierced with a sword or a spear because of the joy that was set. He endured the pain. The He didn't change his confession because of the pain. He endured the pain because of the joy that was set. Jesus tasted death for all of us, yet he never gave up. He endured because of the joy that was set. The Bible compares us to soldiers. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 1 to 9. Some of you, if God blesses you today, you will become like the prodigal son. You will go around sleeping with prostitutes and eat with pigs and come back. So Nyame showed you, no. Me training you like the elder son in the house. So I can't give you until I build, prepare, cut that which is not bearing fruit, put you right and shape you right. There are some blessings I am not giving you. I am not giving it to you because I am going to deny you of. I am not giving it to you because you are not matured enough to endure the challenges of life.